Hi, Brian Stecker here, back again. And today I want to talk to you about the things that you need to do first to start losing weight. And these are the same strategies that my clients in the M2M method that I've put together to show you how to double your metabolism without having to work out more than twice a week, where you can lose 15 to 30 pounds in the next 12 weeks. All right, so let's hop right into today's topic. And for one reason or another, when I meet with clients over the past 16 years of being a personal trainer and owning my gym for almost close to 10 years, is what I find is there's things that work for losing weight and there's things that don't work for losing weight. And I want to give you the very first and foremost things that can be controlled, and that if you don't use these things, you're going to go back to being unfit and gaining weight. So the number one thing that I want you to focus on first and foremost is, you got to focus on your nutrition, okay? At the end of the day, it's going to come back down to calories in and calories out. And with a lot of clients, when I meet with them for the first time for their first coaching call, they look at the piece of paper and they say to themselves, well, I eat these foods and you know what? I know how to do this. And there's a difference between knowing and doing. When you know something, you're taking action on something. So let's get back to it and make a commitment right now to taking action on this. So what we have to realize first and foremost is that to lose body fat, a pound of body fat is 3,500 calories. So we need to just focus in on burning an extra 500 calories a day. So we got to create a 500 calorie a day deficit. All right. So by focusing on your nutrition, what you can begin to do is start logging your foods. All right. So logging their foods in a free fitness app. There's plenty of them out there. MyFitnessPal is one that a lot of my clients use and work well for them. So when you do that, is you're going to find your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, and just eat up to those calories. All right. And use high quality foods. High quality foods of protein, carbs, and fat, and just start logging what you're eating on a daily basis. What a lot of my clients find is once they start, logging their food and eating more high quality foods, they'll start realizing that there's things in their day that they weren't accounting for before that are sabotaging their fitness goals. Adding a bite here, adding a bite there, adding a bite everywhere. Old McDonald, right? No, but he had a farm, he had a lot of good food. So with that being said, is when you get more honest about what you're logging and having those portion sizes, then you can start to see like, oh my gosh, I was eating 100 calories a day. And if you're eating an extra 100 calories a day over the course of a month, that could be a pound of body fat. And for most people, that's where, I meet with them and it's 3 years later and they don't know how they gained 30 pounds. And the reason why they gained the 30 pounds is they were eating that 100 calories a day. It may have been high quality foods. It may have been a calorie here and a calorie there, calorie everywhere. Mr. McDonald gained the 30 pounds. So start there first and foremost with your calories in, calories out, eating those high quality foods and creating that calorie deficit for yourself. The other area where I see people struggling is when it comes to exercise. Where do I start? I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s and 60s now, and you're getting back started with a routine, exercise routine. And they pick up the latest health magazine or the latest book from some trainer who trained an athlete. And what they don't realize is that athlete or that person had to start, their client had to start from a certain area. And I want you to start in the right spot for you to build the conditioning, the same level that athlete built their conditioning up to, so that way they could get these exercise programs. So when you're first starting out, there's two areas that you can focus on. Number one, it's your cardiovascular exercise. And then number two, it's your resistance training exercise. So when it comes to your cardiovascular exercise, I just want you to start off, basically get yourself a tracker, a smartwatch. One's built into your phone, a pedometer, any way that you can track your daily activity. And the first daily activity I want you to track is your steps. Focus on consistently getting your steps at 8,000 per day. And those steps are going to be just like brushing your teeth. You don't go a day without brushing your teeth. So One way to start boosting up that metabolism to create a calorie deficit, that 500 calories you talked about before, is getting your daily steps. Focus on getting 500 calorie deficit per day through getting those 8,000 steps. And I have a couple clients that I've started working with, and they were like, I want to lose 30 pounds, but they just really didn't sound like that they believed that they could do it. And they thought they had to take big actions to do it. And they first start off with logging their food and getting their steps in. And part of the reason why they thought they couldn't do it is because they failed in the past because it wasn't a sustainable route. But they started putting those 8,000 steps in, they started logging their food, and they started getting those results. And once they started getting those results, their confidence started to build. And then they were like, okay, I got my steps, I got my food, and they were more bought into the lifestyle approach of reaching those goals. The last thing is the resistance training portion of reaching your goals. All right, and again, this goes back to a lot of people in the book that they pick up. They think, you know what, I got to do everything perfectly. I got to go ham. I got to go all out for this goal. But the problem with that is number one, when you're starting an exercise plan, your body's not prepared for it. So you're going to be sore, you're going to feel beat up, and you're not going to be very motivated about 2 to 3 weeks into it because you're feeling so beat up and your body doesn't have the conditioning level to get you there. The other thing that happens when you're starting out going all the time and going all out is this exercise routine is brand new, and you've got a lot of other things going on in your life. You've got work, you've got family, you've got other commitments. And then once you start plugging in, driving to the gym, even going to your home gym, and this is a new routine for yourself, you begin to say to yourself, like, I don't know if I can keep this up. So when it comes to resistance training, just start off with twice a week resistance training. And the things that I want you to focus on when it comes to your resistance training, I want you to focus on your push exercise, your pull exercise, your squat exercise, your lunge, and your hinge exercises. And what that'll do for you is, again, those will start building conditioning that is going to allow you to want to exercise some more. And usually around the 6 to 8 week, there's a couple things that happen. One, your conditioning level goes up, so you're not feeling beat up from the exercise. There's a lot of recovery that happens between those sessions. And then you're going to want to start challenging yourself to different exercises. Plus, you're going to start to visually see the changes, and it's going to be sustainable for your session. And again, those just come up to being body weight exercises to start with, calisthenics. You could use some kettlebells or bands just to get started. So even if you're doing this from home, it doesn't cost you a lot of money to put a gym together to do that. The last piece is the accountability. With that being said, it's a small plug for myself, but what I find is when people pay for their program, they pay attention. They're going to follow through, they're going to take action, and they're going to get the results with it because they're more bought into what they're doing. What else has been shown for reaching results when it comes to accountability is they've done studies on people who've had a doctor, had a nurse, or just had somebody checking in on them to make sure that they were doing this, and they were more likely to get the result than somebody not getting checked in on. All right. Another thing with accountability is if you don't measure something, you can't manage something. So what that's going to do for you is when you measure something, you can say, okay, I got my steps in. I've been getting that 500 calorie day deficit, eating high quality foods. I'm making progress. If you're not making progress on that, the accountability quickly lets you make the adjustments that's going to help you get to your fitness goals. Or if you get a little bit off track, the accountability is going to help you get right back on track. And then also accountability, what it's set up for is once you hit certain milestones, you get to that 8th week and you're getting very confident in the program and you're ready to take the next step, that coach is able to help you take the next step forward for your fitness goals. So apply those 3 tips today. Let me know down in the comment sections which one that you're either using or have not used yet. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have yourself a great day.